what's good? It's the one and only DJ Young Red, one half of Flag on the Play, and this is my co-host.
One and only ABC CEO. What's going on with y'all, man?
Not much. How about you? Tasha, what's good?
Not too much, just chilling, working out, getting myself together for overseas.
Okay. So how do you feel about going overseas right now with like COVID and everything going on?
For a minute, I was kind of scared for a minute. I had to ask my agents. I'm like, what's going on the Europe side? Like, is the COVID stuff still high? If the case is still high, they were like, no, the case is low. It's better than the States, I heard. So I'm not asking her how it was before.
Okay.
That's what's up.
Are they still, do you know if they still engaging in are they still doing like social distancing and things like that over in Europe right now? Are they like locked down or anything like that?
Yeah, absolutely. They still doing the social distancing. They still doing curfew that I know of. You got to wear a mask. There's no fans at no games and stuff like that. So they're doing the same thing what we did here. But the only thing is different that they're not in the bubble. They still traveling to other cities and stuff. So
okay.
So I got a question about that. No fans in the stands. I know with me being a DJ, one thing that gets me in my mood is seeing the reaction from the crowd. So how is it playing right now during this pandemic and you don't have not a single fan in the stands?
It was kind of weird, because like more than none, our fans give us energy. So we feed off our fans and stuff, and like not even having like your fans, your loved ones, your family there at the games and stuff like that. It's weird. It's different. So not to have those fans how we normally have them, we got to rely on each other, like our teammates and stuff, to bring that energy for us as well.
So with that being the case, because as far as going back to what you were speaking on, as far as with the stands, you got the noise, you got the loudness and things. How does that, how has it been as far as like the communication among the team? Like, does it make it the flow a little bit better, or do you find it easy to communicate? As far as on the flip side, with the fans not being there, because I do seem like some of the chemistry between the teams is just. Man, people been balling. So, how has that been for y'all being able to just maximize on the positive of it? How's that experience been? We know y'all won a championship, so that's but how is that being though, man?
It's been good, for us as Seattle Storm. Like some of us been playing with each other for like 2-3 years, 4 years, 5 years. So that chemistry that with our team was totally different. Like we came in the bubble with the mindset, like, okay, like our thing is like, be careful, be safe. And our main goal was just to win a championship at the end of the day. And that's what we did when we was in the bubble. So with that, like we didn't have a problem with building our chemistry back up or anything like that. So like everything was just flowing for us. Like everything was just going. Like I know you've seen some of our games and stuff like that. So we were just going. We were just in the flow the whole time. The whole time, so nothing didn't phase us at all.
That's what's up.
Yeah.
One of my homies is actually one of the DJs that was in the bubble. So like I'm watching her Instagram and seeing like behind the scenes on kind of like how they had y'all, and they had y'all tucked away for sure. Like y'all definitely they prized possession.
I was gonna ask. So what did you choose to stay in? Because I see y'all had like a 2 option. Like, you know what I'm saying? I had seen I was able to catch Sue Bird's interview, and I seen that you had the option to stay in the villa or the hotel. So which one did you pick, man?
I stayed in the villa. I like to cook, so I was not about to constantly spending money on fast food. I just couldn't. Like towards the end of the season, like when it was just us in Las Vegas, and I think it was like 4 teams left. Like some of us stayed in the villa. I think it was like 4 of our teammates that stayed in the villa, and then the rest of us went to the hotel. I went to the hotel because I was not about to pay some like whatever amount for this villa, and I got to pay my own rent back in Florida. I'm like, yeah, nah, I'm cool. I'm just gonna stay in a hotel that the team gonna pay for. So I just I went to the hotel towards the end of the season. So like after that, I was fine, even though I got tired of eating fast food, but I was fine.
I think that's crazy that they ain't have like a meal plan for you or something. I know we're not back in college, but like a meal plan to keep you healthy, especially you out there on the court. I can only imagine if I just had a cheeseburger running down the court. Like I can only imagine.
No, we did. We did have a meal plan. We like some people decided to get the meal plan, or some people decided to get their per diem into their check. For me, like I got my per diem because the food wasn't my cup of tea. So I ain't even eat the food. Like I didn't even eat the food, but I made sure that I put the right things in my body, even though I ate out. I still put the right things in my body. So
I did see some complaints about the food quality.
Yeah.
Yeah, when I was reading up. But I was gonna ask, far as did some of y'all have like, I seen that on the NBA side, they was allowing them to some people was able to bring like their chefs and things like that. So I was gonna ask, did y'all have that same approach to bring like a nutritionist or like a chef on board with y'all? Y'all couldn't bring any, did y'all bring any guests with y'all or any family or something like that?
Well, some of the WNBA players that have kids, they brought like their kids and like their mother or caregiver that was helping them out and stuff with their kid and stuff like that. Like me, I didn't bring nobody and stuff like that, so I was just solo dolo. I was not about to. It was just crazy how much money you had to spend just for a person just to come, and they got to get tested the same. Like you got to pay for their test every single day and like their hotel. And so I'm like, yeah, like I'm cool.
Are you
but
every day?
Every day.
Nah.
I hope for that nose swab, because man, listen, it hurt.
But they didn't put it all the way up our nose though. They just swabbed our nose a little bit in the back of our throat, and that was it. They didn't put it all the way up our nose. So
okay.
Yeah, so like I've experienced different testing, and the ones that go all the way up that nose, it's a no for me. Like, but them ones that's like right there, you I do them all day, but them other ones, nah. But I definitely want to rewind into Natasha Howard. So, what made you first pick up a basketball?
First of all, my uncle Greg, he the one that put a ball in my hand at the age of 10. He the one that bribed me, like, I give you $1, $2, dribble this ball right here. I'm like, okay, shoot, I'm only 10 years old. That's going on candy, chip, juice. I'm like, okay, well, let me just do it. And then like ever since then, like just training and stuff like that. And just having other people in my circle to help me grow as a basketball player. I wouldn't be where I'm at right now. Like also playing with Nene in high school and stuff, learning the ins and outs about being a good player, being a great player and stuff like that. So like just having those type of people around still, it's good. Like those are the people that you just should keep no matter what. No matter what.
Hold on, I want to throw a flag on the play right there. When you said you played with a Nene, now I know a couple Nenes, throughout my lifetime, but I feel like you might be talking about somebody that's right here on this. You feel me? So, how was the chemistry between you two?
It's my dog.
It was good, She gave me a hard time. I was a freshman, she was a senior, so she gave me a hard time, but I stuck with it. Like like everybody on our team was good players. So and she seen the potential in me as a young cat. So she was on my bumper. Don't get me wrong, she was on my bumper, but it wasn't in a good way. It wasn't like in a big sister way. So
always love, and it's to keep it going. It's always been amazing from the outside, because I'm like on the inside when I'm on the outside, and to see it, man, it's just something, man. You put your work in for it, you put your grind in. Like I'm talking about, I remember everything. You deserve to be where you are. You deserve where you're going. That is something that I'm saying you definitely worked through a lot of adversity. A lot of people don't even know about, right? And to transition over to that, I was going to ask you, since we're talking about that, what do you think probably one of the most challenging times was for you throughout your career? So like thus far, like on a personal level that you like, it kind of impacted. Far as like with the basketball, the game of basketball, I know, like, just to come to, I remember, losing sometimes when you have coaches that it could be like a father figure or something like that. So what's been a challenging time for you throughout your career, Tasha?
Well, like my first 2 years, like when I got into the league, my rookie year, went to my it was just hard for me. Like it was like really difficult. Everything was so fast compared to college. Like, but with me, like I'm a quick learner. Like I learn stuff so fast, but and like what like also dropped my confidence was like me not getting the playing time that I wanted to as well. Like I thought I would at least get like 15 to 18 minutes as a rookie and stuff like that, being drafted number 5 and stuff like that. But that like my confidence went down like my rookie year. And I was trying to bounce back. I was trying to like, get that urge again and stuff like that. And like I just couldn't. Like I'm like what I'm doing wrong and stuff like that. I was asking Tamika catching like, like what should I do? What should like what other stuff should I do? So the coach could recognize it and stuff like that. So me just battling that like my first 2 years, it was just hard. But just having that legend next to me and I could just go to her, talk to her, pick her brain and stuff like that. She just told me, just be patient. Like my time would come, just be patient. And ever since then, through my career, I've just been patient and like waiting for that moment, waiting for that time for me to have that moment in my life to be a starter and stuff like that. And like, and it actually came true after been in league for 7 years now. So
Me too.
it took me it took me 4 or 5 years to get there. So like I was just being patient the whole time and just having those other players that I played with, Simona Gus's, BB, Sylvia Fowle, Lindsay Williams, like those type of players around me, just telling me the same thing over and over again. Your time will come. Like, just buy into the system and just do the things that you do when you get on the court. So that's what I did, and that's what I stuck with all the way until now.
So now that you've been in the league for about 7 years, what would you tell your 10-year-old self and every chapter after that? What advice would you have given yourself on what you know now?
Like you work hard, but the work is not done yet. Keep grinding, keep working.
That's what's up. That's what's up.
Now, go ahead. My fault, Red.
Because I know sometimes that can be discouraging when you feel like you're putting all your potential into something and you're not getting what you think you should receive right now. But I know just like with a lot of other people's success stories in different fields, they tend to say sometimes they're happy that they didn't get that recognition because it built them to that better person that they are now that they're getting the recognition. But I'm happy, like you definitely showing out for the city. Correct me if I'm wrong, but you're the first from the city, correct? To be in the WNBA.
Right.
And that's some big shoes to follow.
It is.
I don't know if y'all remember, Natasha been in there. She definitely, man, listen, been in there long, but we're going to take it back. This was before, I think it's probably before both our times, man. I don't know if y'all remember Kamisha Harrison. Y'all remember Kamisha Harrison? They used to play at Bowser. Some time ago, she had got drafted. I think she ended up getting her. I think she got drafted. This was back, man. This is back when Cheryl Swoops was playing, man. Y'all remember Cheryl Swoops had the patent leather, man. You know what I'm saying? So that's when she kind of get. But as far as our age group and somebody we can look up to in the young crowd, like Tasha been doing her thing, and you can see the progress, man, the development, man, Tasha. And you can, it's amazing because I was gonna ask you too when where Red was coming from, just. Is it hard to get that mentorship or, like you said, Tamika Catchings, is it hard to probably get that in the league? Everyone is here and we all made it to this next stage. So it's like, I'm not going to say, I kind of look at it like every man hold their own, but that's amazing to be surrounded around people who saw something different in you and kept encourage you. So now when you get to that level, when you got the young ones coming in behind you, now you got to pay it forward, right? So do you find yourself in that position already?
Yeah, I like don't get me wrong, like I did it this past season with one of our rookies. She's from where's she's from? Australia, I think. Or no, she's from France or somewhere. I was just telling her when you go out there, cause one of our development coach told me she watched film on me, and you don't really hear a lot of rookies saying that in the league. So when I every time she get in the game for me, I always tell do what you do best, run the floor, get rebounds, play good defense. At the end of the day, you going to get your basket. Just do the little things that's not going to be in the stat books at all. And when I told her that, she's been getting every rebound, playing good defense and stuff. And then on top of that, she runs the floor really well. She get rewarded by Sue Bird. So me telling our rookie that she helped us out. She helped us out in, like during the whole season.
Yo.
That's good. You definitely got to pay it forward because it's just gonna come back to you for real, for real. Because like you said, you didn't expect a rookie to come in there saying they watch film on you, and just think of how many other people watching film on you or who she's talking to. And I'm a firm believer. When you do good by people, it will open up other doors.
Right. I absolutely agree with that too as well.
So
do you think it's a big? Do you think it's a big experience, like a big difference between? Now this is your first time. Is this your first time going to Europe? Because I know you've been in China. Like you was in China.
No, this is not my first time going to Europe. It's about to be my third time. Yeah, my third time.
Is it completely different from WNBA, like over here?
Kinda, but not really. Cause like more than none, it's a lot of people that plays overseas. They want to be in the WNBA as well. So, playing wise, like it's some good talent overseas. Like the only thing is different. Like they don't have the 3 seconds rule that we have. They don't have. I don't know if they have the 24 shot clock. I don't know or not because it's been a minute since I've been back overseas again. So I think they do, but like my thing, like I don't see anything different, like compared to WNBA. Like the talent, like the WNBA is like the toughest league. Don't get me wrong, that's the toughest league than any league in the country. But talent wise, I feel like we right there with like they right there with us as well. That's like that's about it, to be honest. Like with overseas thing.
flag on the play. So you telling me I can stay in there? It ain't no 3 seconds. When I was in the YMCA leagues, they was getting me every trip.
Yeah, they know 3 seconds at all. It's no 3 seconds. Like people used to be camping in the paint. Like even this past season, people were just camping in the paint too in the WNBA. I'm like, so we not gonna call 3 seconds. People making campfires in a key and everything. I'm like, come on, Ralph. Like we was complaining. I think they maybe called like a handful of 3 seconds in a key this past season.
Man. So so taking it to where you are now, okay, you've been overseas a few times. But let's go back to that first time you went overseas, right? Because we've all completed college, right? And I know when I went to college, everybody be excited. You're like, man, I do my own thing. But listen, going to college, that's experience alone. But going overseas and having to be over there, that's something completely different. So to that rookie that's coming in and they finished their WNBA season and they looking to go overseas. From your first experience overseas, man, what would you tell them to do differently? Like, was you nervous? Like, what advice would you have for them?
Yeah, I was nervous because I went over there by myself. So, and I know nobody. Well, I went to Israel, so it was like a lot of American players over there. But like, still, like I didn't really know nobody still because everybody was like at least 3-4 years in the league, and I was a rookie, so I didn't know nobody. I was just scared. I'm like, I'm over here by myself. I don't speak their language. Like, I wish I had a cousin, a family member to come with me or something, because I was just like what's like I was just scared like something gonna happen to me. Like I was just like I just had a whole bunch of crazy thoughts in my head. Like, can you read stuff about different countries? Oh, it's bomb threats going on. Like it was just so much that was just going on in my mind. But these rookies, like like it's all fine and dandy when you talk. Oh, you're about to go overseas, I'm about to make money and stuff like that. But when you get over there, you got to be mentally tough, because like it's lonely. You don't know anything what they're saying and stuff like that. So people like these rookies be so geeked to go over there, but like just make sure you bring somebody with you so you could be comfortable. Like somebody that have a flexible schedule and stuff like that. Because like your first year over there, like you're gonna get homesick, you're gonna miss your family and stuff like that. And then you're like, I want to go home. I don't want to do this no more. Like so, you like people, you gotta be mentally prepared, because it's just different.
How was the food? Because I could only imagine being away from my ramen noodles from college.
Food wise, like me, I normally cook, but like if I go out and stuff like that, like in Israel, like their food was it was good. It was good. Like, but in China, their food is totally different. Like Me being in China, I lived in a hotel, so the whole time I was over there, I didn't even have a place. I lived in a hotel, American Heights Hotel. Like for me, I ate pasta, pizza. Like I had like their Roman noodles too as well, like their spicy Roman noodles before. Like that's one thing I would eat there, and like their chicken and rice. So that's about I won't eat nothing else because I don't know what
That
type of meat they use.
that gotta get burnt
Facts.
out too. Like, do that get burnt out too? Like, I've heard that, from some people, like just going from hotel to hotel, and do it get burnt? Ah, never mind. I got an answer
Man, oh
right.
my gosh, cause like me being in American Heights Hotel, like the beds is way softer, but going to like another city into like a different hotel, like it just it sucks. Like it sucks, but hey, like I signed up for this, so I can't be picky and bougie and stuff like that. Like at the end of the day, I came here to work. I came here to get a check. Like I'm not about to complain about, oh, I don't want to be living in this hotel. Like I'm just not.
So, with being overseas, what was one interesting thing that appealed to you?
I would say Hong Kong. When I went to Hong Kong, just like for a little vacation and stuff like that. I didn't even know they had an amusement park.
Oh,
I didn't know, like roller coasters and everything.
was it
I didn't even know
right?
that.
Was it better than Cedar Point?
No, it ain't better
Everybody
than
in the
Cedar
world don't
Point.
think nothing topping Cedar Point. You know how we hold
Nah,
that.
it ain't better than Cedar Point though. But I didn't even know that. But it was fun. I was like, wow, like I caught a train and everything to get there, a taxi and everything. I'm like, wow, like I feel like I'm one of them now. Like I'm traveling, like I know where I'm going and stuff. Like so, it was fun. That was one thing that was different. I'm like, wow, I didn't know they had a theme park and stuff like that. So
I feel like one thing that culture shocks us is the United States feeds us one image of other countries, and that's all we know because we're not able to just pack up and get on the road and drive to them. But I have heard a couple people that I know that have been overseas. Hong Kong is one of the places that a lot of people like, and they're very techy too, and that's like
right.
that grabs a lot of people's attention.
Like it really is. I thought that's all you see when you walk into a store. A whole bunch of computers, phones, cameras, like TV. Like it's like their technology is so up to par than ours here in America. It's just so crazy. They be having like the new crazy old Samsung phones and stuff. And I'm like, what type of phone is that? Like it be just crazy stuff overseas.
We're buying up everything. I found out about China on a different experience. Hong Kong, different experience. I want to say, was it Stefan Marbury? I think I watched his documentary, man, and they were showing like how, far as the treatment that they, far as just overall, how they treat y'all over there, man. I think that can definitely offset the feeling of being homesick and just feeling so welcome. Was that the same for you? Did you have that?
Yeah, definitely. It was the same thing for me. Like they had open arms for me and stuff like that. Like everybody, like when anybody see American person and they play basketball, they're like, oh my gosh, like they be trying their best to speak English to us, like it be broken English, but like they love us over there. They treat us like kings and queens over there. To be honest, it's insane with like how they treat us, like how we need to be treated in the States. Like how the NBA been like everybody kiss all the NBA feet and stuff like that, but like overseas they like it's equal. It's equal. Like for women's basketball games overseas be packed. Like don't get me wrong, like we trying to get there like with the WNBA and stuff like that with the fan base, but like overseas, like you see grown men, kids, teenage boys, like other guys that play overseas at our games and stuff like that, just supporting us and stuff like that. So like the fan base is like crazy, especially for like the males. Like you see more males at our games than you see females.
That's dope. That's definitely
dope.
That's very supportive, man.
That reminds me of the Jordan commercial. Throwback commercial was like girls can do anything that guys do.
Oh yeah.
I think some guys like misinterpret. Yes, just because we females, don't think we want to push you on your ass on the court. Like
Right.
I think some of them think because they're male that they're gonna outplay you or outdo you, and it's not always that. It's not always that.
It's not at all.
So as far as
Not.
like if you had to talk about, as far as like the community outreach and getting involved as like a player, and I'm always, it's just more of like, right now it's just, thinking of like Red said, that 10-year-old self, but right now it's just more of that 20-year-old, that 21-year-old that may be coming into the league like you, right? Community outreach and like getting involved, Tasha, like how has that been for you? Like have you had some wonderful experiences just being able to get involved in the community? I know that WNBA, NBA, they both had their giving back and things of that nature. So how has that been so far?
Uh, it's been good. Like with this hate crime and stuff that's just going on with the Breonna Taylor, the like it's everything that's just been going on since we've been in the bubble. How we just been using our platform to speak up for those women that's scared to speak up and stuff like that. So and also putting Breonna Taylor on our jersey to let everybody know that we are still fighting for her. We're fighting for all the other women, males out there too as well that's getting shot by cops and stuff like now and stuff like that. So we even till this day, like we still doing it, like the college is doing it now and stuff like that. Like without us doing that first, I don't think none of these college, like all these college kids wouldn't be able to have a Black Lives t-shirt on before they warm up and stuff like that. With us using our platform to push that movement out there, like in the NBA as well. I think we did a good job for everybody that's out there and stuff too as well. So I feel like we did a good job this past summer to push this movement that was just going on and that was just going on in our country. So but it's like even though it's still going on, but like we still fighting, like it doesn't matter, but we still gonna fight with using words and not guns and stuff and other weapons and stuff like that.
I definitely applaud y'all for that because if we go back to when people wanted to start using their platform on a national level, to Kaepernick, and when he started using his platform and how they did him, I'm honestly happy to see that the professional teams are starting to realize what's going on, and some of these things are affecting their players, their family, their friends, and realizing that it's either you let them use their platform or sooner or later you're gonna start losing players, which you're gonna start losing money. So like Kaepernick, people are still standing behind him, even though you guys let him go because he was using his platform to express what was going on. And now it's, I would say, kind of like a trend to use the platform when this man was trying to do the same thing. So I definitely applaud you guys for doing that because it takes a lot to step up to organizations such as the WNBA and the NBA, because they definitely hold a lot of power, but at the end of the day, without you guys, they wouldn't have no revenue coming in.
Absolutely.
Exactly.
And I was gonna say I think a lot of players be scared to kind of, at that time, Red, when you were making a point, like, people be worried about endorsements, worrying about what the fans gonna think. And, I feel like during these times right now, the right people will still be supportive. You might get more fans. You see what I'm saying? When you step up and be who you are and like, express yourself in a way, kind of
express yourself. You can also express yourself through your own social media by writing whatever you feel on Twitter, like making a video or whatever. Like it was like a couple of WNBA players expressing themselves through videos and Twitter and stuff like that. So you don't gotta actually like be out there speaking in front of a whole bunch of people. You can post yourself on social media. It will go viral in a second. So
and that's honestly all it takes.
Man, they was unified. Yeah. I seen them. They was unified, and then they was kneeling, man. And they had the Breonna Taylor say, "Yeah, the W. Y'all was looking player, man. I ain't gonna hold y'all up. It was nice, man. It just was nice from a whole different perspective. So that's definitely, especially when you got so many different social injustice coming from so many different, avenues, man, with big organizations. So that was definitely huge. And to have the NBA, like you said, correlate and do the same thing, it was dope. It was dope. So kudos to you because you was a part of that too. Kudos to the WNBA and everybody, all the athletes, man. That's what's up, man. That's definitely what's up.
Definitely. But I do have one more question. And as player like yourself, as you get older in the league and as you get older with an age, what is some endeavors you would like to see yourself doing in the future?
Well, right now I'm starting the process of a nonprofit organization. You know, me, I'm like, I like to give back. I don't want to just sit on my whenever I retire, I don't want to have to I don't want to sit down and just sit back and okay, just let money pile up. I want to, help those other people that can't do anything for themselves and stuff like that, especially for single mothers out here, single fathers too as well. And also start my brand. I'm coming up with my brand. Uh, and I just want people to know me as, oh, that's Natasha Howard that would do anything for anybody. It doesn't matter. She was the best in the WNBA. She's one of the Hall of Fame, whatever, and stuff like that. I want that. I want people to look at me like that and not oh, she ain't do nothing with her platform, stuff like that. So in the long run, I just want people to know who I am as a person and not as a basketball player.
And then that means a lot. That's showing that you're personable and you're not just money driven. Because you get some athletes that get in there and get the money and let it go to their head and forget about their community that they came from and other communities that they're impacting just off of their stardom. Mm-hmm. A lot of people get big headed, so I definitely love to hear that response because I'm all about giving back to the people also.
All right.
As far as your right now, so is your organization when you get your nonprofit going? Because right now you in Seattle right now, right? Or you in Florida? Because I know you was.
Nah, I'm not even in Seattle. I'm not even in Florida right now. I'm in Pittsburgh with my girlfriend. So
okay, you're in Pittsburgh. So you doing your nonprofit? Where you gonna start it? Have you thought about where you gonna start it up yet? Is it going to be based? Oh, in Pittsburgh.
Nah, it's gonna be based in Ohio.
Okay.
It's gonna be based in Ohio. But I'm gonna start getting I gotta find a building and all that stuff first. So I'm probably gonna actually start next year in January. While I'm even while I'm overseas, just looking up buildings and stuff like that, and let my agent do the rest with finding people that could help me out, boosters and stuff like that. Could they know a lot of people? So on that end right there, I have help and also have help with just other people that want to put in and stuff too as well to help me out too as well. So I have a good couple people that's in my corner to help me out with that, and also have my mom too that could easily help me find a building too as well. So, and my girlfriend too as well to actually help me with how should I name my building and stuff like that, because she started she's got a business about to start up pretty soon too as well called Wing Alert.
Okay.
In Pittsburgh. So
see, I tell you, I be trying to tell Red, man. You see, when you get a girlfriend, man, I'm telling you, just flourish. You know what I'm saying? Red over here living the best life. You know what I'm saying? She living the best life, but I tell her it get better once you get somebody, man. That's definitely solid, man.
It does. It really does.
Yeah, it does. But yeah, I know you got to go ahead and, do your thing, man. You appreciate you swinging by flag on the play, most definitely. But
no problem.
I know you kind of left him off with nonprofit, talked about, Bay businesses coming up, and he's going to Europe. But how can they see you? Far as when you're, what team you're going to play for? Let them know what's going on when the next season kicking off before you get up out of here.
I'm gonna be in Venice, Italy. I don't know the team name yet, so but to actually watch me, I think you can watch me on YouTube and stuff. I could post the link on my social media and stuff like that, so you guys can watch it back at home. So
okay, and how can they follow you? Where can they find you at?
You can follow me on Twitter at nhoward1033. You can also follow me on Facebook, Natasha Howard. You can also follow me on Instagram, Natasha Howard _6. Yeah. I don't really use Snapchat like this. I ain't about to put my Snapchat on there. So
all right, appreciate you, man. Like I said, it's definitely, definitely always interesting to have, somebody who's done broke so many records and platforms. all defensive, you know what I'm saying? All defensive, 3-time WNBA, man, 3-time city chat. It keeps going, right? But it's been all love, man. It's been amazing, you know, being able to catch up with you. Once again, y'all, I am AV, CEO, half of the co-host. Swing it over to my other co-host.
Hey, one and only DJ Young Red. And this was our interview with Natasha Howard, 3-time WNBA champion from the mud, Toledo, Ohio in the building. You feel me? Hey.
We out. Catch you next time, Tasha. Thank you. Thank you.
You're welcome. You're welcome. Thank you.
Always.